Hey y'all, just a quick video showing progress of turning a ginseng style ficus microcarpa tree into a small banyan and the techniques I use to develop the aerial roots you see on the tree now. Now this tree obviously got a long way to go, but I just want to show what can be done with these ginseng styles tree that you can find at almost any nurseries or department stores, at least here in the US. I wish I got an early photo of how I chop half of the bulbous root off, but here's a photo of another tree I'm working on of what I meant. Now, I only recommend doing this during the height of the growing season, which means plenty of sunlight and warmth, or you are risking the root rotting. I have lost a few doing this, so just keep that in mind. It usually isn't an issue because they are relatively cheap materials to acquire, but obviously you want to be successful. So the following are just photos of me growing the tree and using guy wires to bend the branches down a bit. As usual, I am constantly repotting trees because ficus gets root bound very fast, and sometimes I just need the pot the tree was in for another tree because we know pots aren't cheap, so I just kind of rotate them around. To be honest, I don't know why I still do this, but really it is probably better to just go ahead and pot the tree in a bit larger plastic pot to grow it out. You do have to be careful doing that because it will want to grow large fat roots again, and that would defeat the purpose of doing this. I am using mostly clip and grow with this tree with a bit of guy wires. At one point, I had the base wrapped in plastic wrap to promote the aerial roots, and it worked, though it was mostly growing at the bottom where I had it wrapped, which is fine, but it didn't really provide that banyan style. After some time, I went ahead and cut back pretty close to the trunk again because I wanted better ramifications closer to the trunk and better taper as well. I will be honest though, at this point, I didn't have a distinct direction for the tree, no real vision for it, so I was just going through the motion. I didn't even plan on developing it into a banyan style at this point, but because I do like banyan style, so ultimately that was what it ended up as. What I did was I took some cuttings from the same tree and rooted them. Then I kind of potted them back into the same pot. The first time I did this, they failed because I thought maybe the bonsai pot was just too small for the cuttings to flourish. So I ended up just putting it into a much larger pot to allow the cuttings to establish and have room to thicken so that it could fuse with the branches. The larger pot worked out a lot better, and throughout the summer I pretty much left it alone to grow. I didn't prune it back or anything. I used zip tie to fuse the cuttings to the branches. Here is a close-up of the fused area. You have to let the zip tie cut into the branches. Removing the zip tie too early may result in the cuttings and the branches becoming detached. Don't worry about the cut lines into the branches because they heal and actually swell up where they fuse, so it becomes unnoticeable. These fused cuttings will act and do what aerial roots do. I recently did a repot to spread the roots out somewhat radially and prune the tree back. I am still going to maintain clip and grow method with maybe some guy wire, and over time that should develop nice ramifications, shape, and structure. It has been in my greenhouse, and so the humidity caused a lot of aerial roots to grow. I removed most of them because they are growing in all directions, and some places I don't want them to grow, which is why what I did works out for me and maybe for those living in drier climates. Anyways guys, I appreciate y'all watching. Please like and subscribe if you found the video interesting or informative. Otherwise, take care, and I will see you in the next video.